What's up, everyone? My name is Aishan Shetty. Welcome to the BoM Podcast, a Bollywood podcast. I'm here with my co-host, my partner, my BB number one, Bhumi Shetty. What's up, Bhumi?
What's up? You tell me. I'm a little nervous.
Me too. So this podcast is our first podcast.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know us, we run a channel called Business of Must, and it's primarily for the past 5 years been a Bollywood dance channel. So we decided to change things up after 5 years of being on YouTube and showing our face. We thought it'd be cool since we both love movies, and it's basically how our relationship started was through movies and our love for it. So I'm super excited to start this with my partner who's been with me since the beginning of our YouTube career. And yeah, it's something that we both do as a couple. We go to the movies very frequently. We rewatch a lot of old Bollywood movies. And I feel like, yeah, it's just something that we both enjoy with each other.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, we're very proud Stubbs members.
Yes, oh yes. Very proud.
So yeah, we go every week, if not all 4 weeks. We mostly all months utilize all 4 movies.
Yes.
That's something we love to do together, as Aishan said. And we found that most of our conversations are always about movies.
Definitely.
And they're like deep, intense conversations. So I think this is an amazing next step for us, for all of you to hear all our bakwas that goes on around the Bollywood movies as if we are the biggest critiques on this earth.
Yes. We're not. But,
But
I
yeah.
wanted to ask you, so how being from Mumbai and like how has Bollywood influenced your life?
I think majorly, Bombay is where Bollywood lives essentially, and you feel it. If you're in Bombay, you're definitely gonna feel it. It's a really small little, city. So even though it has so many people, did you spot somebody famous also in your very short trip to India?
I've spotted, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, like randomly in cafes.
Exactly. So that's how it is. It's in the blood of Bombay, and hence it is in my blood too. I think people from Bombay are extremely filmy. I had the opportunity, it was my dream location to take him to when we went to India. I took you to outside Shah Rukh's bungalow.
Yeah,
How was that?
Almost the first couple days.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Those are the first things we did.
Yeah, it was really cool. For those of you that don't know, I'm a Shah Rukh fan. And my wife here is a Salman fan, hence the Karan Arjun vinyl behind us. For those of you that are watching the video podcast, you'll see our miniature setup. Obviously, this is going to be, decorated more as we put out more.
We're gonna build it. We're gonna build it as in how we go.
But yeah, it was an awesome experience, definitely. Bollywood for me. I was born and raised here in America and have spent my entire life here. So Bollywood has really, I think, brought me in touch with like my roots. So I grew up primarily in a small town called Indiana, Pennsylvania. And within that town, primarily white town, there wasn't that much diversity and not many opportunities to really get in touch with my roots. But whatever little community that we had, desi community, it felt like a family, and they essentially introduced me to Bollywood films. I was always exposed to it when I was little, but I think it really took off when we really started getting involved in the desi community there. In my little town. And some of the movies that you see here are actually part of our little DVD club, which we had about 20 years
That is
ago.
so cool.
Yeah, this Mehuna one was a part of our DVD club. So it was passed around from the families in our town. And we just kind of like pass around the DVDs, and then at the end of the cycle or the end of the year, each family would pick one DVD, and this went on for many years. So I've always been definitely highly exposed to Bollywood, and it's had a very big impact in my life. So, yeah, so today's episode is very special. We felt like since we both love Shah Rukh Khan and Salman Khan, it makes sense. I mean, the obvious choice was Karan Arjun.
Yeah.
But I think we decided to go with something a little bit more commercial, maybe. So we're doing Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, and we're very excited to dive into this episode. We just rewatched it 2 days ago, and I hadn't seen it in almost 5 to 7 years, so it was very nostalgic for me.
Me too. I hadn't seen it in a while. But yeah, for me, Kuch Kuch Hota Hai is extremely special because that's the first ever movie I watched. And that's where I fell in love with my first husband, which is Salman Khan. And it's a very, very special movie because it just means my entire childhood. For me, I feel like that's the best way to describe it. And it is what Bollywood, like if I have to introduce someone to Bollywood, right, that would be my
The
movie.
film you would pick? Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, that would be the movie. That would definitely be the top 5 movies that I would recommend to someone that's wanting to get into Bollywood.
Awesome. So let's dive into Kuch Kuch Hota Hai.
Let's do it.
This movie released in 1998, starring Shah Rukh Khan, Kajol, Rani Mukerji, and Salman Khan in a very, very small but impactful role. Do you remember the first time you saw this movie?
Oddly, I do.
Okay.
Actually. So, actually, I don't remember it because I was like, my parents took me to the theater to watch this movie.
Yep.
And I have a really funny story.
Yes.
So, basically, 1998, I was 2 years old. This movie was released in 1998.
I'm listening.
You're not
That's
there.
my listening face.
Okay, so 1998, I was 2 years old, and we were watching the movie, and there was a guy in the front seat, who had popcorn, and I just felt like I could and kept eating the popcorn. And after a point, that guy and my mom kept like stopping me from doing it, but after a point, he just put the popcorn thing like this, and I'm nicely sitting there and eating the popcorn and watching the movie. And my mom told me this happened, but I oddly do remember this. It's very weird, even though I was 2 years old.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah.
That must have tasted delicious.
Yeah, and I'm like watching the movie, falling in love with my mans. Just kidding.
Got it.
And I'm like enjoying the movie. So that's one of my most fond memories of watching this movie.
Jeez.
But when I watched it again and I had my own senses, I remember crying. Like everybody cried at the end of this movie. I don't think there was a single pair of dry eyes. But I was crying for Aman, not Rahul.
So even at that young age, you were crying for Aman.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I even, my mom can confirm this.
Okay, very cool. I actually genuinely, I think I saw Kuch Kuch Hota Hai a little late. I think I saw it, so I was born in...
How old were you?
I was born in 95. When it released, I was 3 years old. I'm sure I definitely remember Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, the title song, and Koi Mil Gaya.
Yeah.
Those were the 2 tracks I definitely remember, but I don't have any recollection of the movie. Another movie that released in 1998 was Dil Se.
Yeah.
And Chaya Chaya was definitely a bigger, I feel like it was a bigger, I was more exposed to that song.
Okay.
Than any of the songs from Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, to be honest. So I saw the movie when I was probably around 9 years old.
Okay.
And obviously, I've heard majority of the songs up until that point. And yeah, I mean, I liked it. It's not, I wouldn't say, this kind of a hot take, I wouldn't say it's my favorite film of all time. I wouldn't even say it's in my top 10 favorite 90s Bollywood films.
Okay.
But I can appreciate why people love it so much.
Yeah.
When you ask most people that were born in the 90s or even in the early 2000s, you ask them point blank, what is your favorite Bollywood film?
Mm-hmm.
A majority of people will say this movie.
Yeah, it is my favorite movie.
Of all
so,
time,
of all time, because I feel like, and this time when I was rewatching it, right, 2 days ago, I tried to like, when I watch 90s movies now, I try to keep that in mind, that, okay, this is a 90s movie, so I'm gonna have to like, keep that in mind while watching the movie.
Definitely.
But this movie definitely, for the most part of it, stands the test of time, I would say.
Yeah.
I didn't find it to be really like many offensive jokes that wouldn't work now or nothing like that. It still is a wholesome story about 4 people.
I agree. I think I could show this to like our kids.
Definitely. We are. What do you mean? I think we are showing it to our kids.
Yeah, it's not like inappropriate.
Not at all. Little bit, but like
not in that way.
Not at all. I felt like it does stand the test of time, and I enjoyed it as much as I always do.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, yes, there were some like annoying bits here and there, which I was like, okay, that could have been one scene less in this movie. But that's with every movie, I guess.
Exactly.
And that's very subjective. So
yeah, no, I feel that too.
Yeah.
Watching it again, I mean, like obviously there are moments where you're like, okay, like this is a little bit,
much.
But if you're watching it with the mindset that this was like a 90s film, that was over the top, and like the clothing obviously is like so like colorful.
That's just 90s.
Yeah, I think that's
though,
90s
right?
fashion. Yeah.
Like even and that I think it's also Karan to some extent.
Yeah.
He's like a colorful, like
person,
it's nice and bright and happy.
Definitely. But awesome. So I wanted to talk a little bit about kind of what was going on around that time. Especially in the industry.
Gup-wise.
What?
Gup-wise.
What do you mean gup-wise?
Gup is like slang for gossip.
For gossip?
Yeah, gup-wise.
Like gup-shup?
Yeah, but give me some gup means...
Yeah, I mean, we don't
like
have to go into gossip. Yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah,
so
I'm asking you. Because so he's conducting the podcast right now, right?
Yes.
So I was just asking.
I'm doing a pretty solid job.
You're killing it. You're slaying it.
So basically, what I was trying to say is, so this was Karan Johar's first film.
Yeah.
As a director, yeah. I thought it was a pretty solid directorial
it's a great directorial debut.
I still think this is probably one of his better films.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. You're more of a DDLJ guy over Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, right?
Oh yeah, hands down. Yeah, I love DD. Actually, to be honest, I'm actually a bigger K3G fan than Kuch Kuch Hota Hai.
Okay.
Which...
Sorry, actually, just say that. I don't know why I said Dilwale. Because I completely forgot that's Yash Raj, actually, right?
Yeah, that's Yash Raj.
Yeah.
But Karan Johar was in the film.
I know.
He was a big part of the film.
Yeah.
Actually, that's the reason why he even, I think, started directing.
Yes.
Was because he was the assistant director in that film.
Yeah.
So it played a huge importance. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, I prefer K3G, and actually above that, I prefer My Name Is Khan, which was also directed by
Karan. I know.
Yeah.
But then see, you can't be comparing.
I know they're very, very different films.
Eras and films as well.
Very different
right?
films. I think Kabhi Khushi Kabhie Gham is a little bit similar to Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. They've taken a lot of like themes.
Elements.
Yeah. But yeah.
I think it's a great directorial debut for sure. I think like he does so well. He definitely has his own thing that cannot be recreated. A Karan Johar film is a Karan Johar film.
Yes.
Many things may not make sense. A poor guy might be wearing Armani and shit like that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, he has his own thing, and that's what I think like Hindi cinema is all about, like mostly, right? Like the nostalgia, the vibes, the energy and the extraness of it, and the songs. Also, like one thing that we were noticing while rewatching the movie was how like in the 90s movies, the songs have so much to do with what's going on with the storyline that you never feel like forwarding a song. Nowadays, if I'm watching a movie on OTT, I'm just like songs, boom, 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 because it has nothing to do with the...
Yeah, you brought up actually a really good point. When we were watching the film, you said this is the first time that I'm actually looking forward to the song.
Yeah.
I'm like asking myself, when is the next song coming? And that, I haven't felt that way about an Indian film
in so long.
in like 2 decades
Yep,
at least.
easily.
At least a decade.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily. Like even the lyrics of the songs are like going with the what's going on in the movie, and I think that's something unique that used to happen, and only our cinema has it kind of.
Definitely.
And it's not that way anymore, sadly. But yeah, that was very refreshing. I loved that part, and about watching the movie again, even like we were actually like waiting for the songs.
Definitely.
And like we're engrossed, and it's not even like a pee break, because you actually want to watch them and enjoy it, you know.
I also feel like this is probably one of the best Bollywood albums.
Yes, definitely. All songs are a 10 on 10 for
Like
me.
even like the sad songs, and maybe I was
Mujhe Yaad Na Meri Aaye, I love that
like,
song.
wow, I loved it so much more while watching the film.
Yeah.
And I don't think I listened. It's not like a song you like sit and listen to unless
to.
you're like breaking up with someone. I don't know, like, or whatever you are.
No,
Maybe
unless
just,
you've been broken up with.
unless you've been broken up with,
Yeah.
or you just I don't know. It's your gym song. I don't know.
What?
Yeah, but
Whose gym song is Tujhe
I'm
Yaad
just
Na
saying,
Meri Aaye?
like, you know what I mean? Like people have different vibes, I guess, when they go to the gym. You don't want to hear my gym playlist.
Neither mine.
But yeah, I would say music definitely played a big part of like, the film's success for sure. I also think like Shah Rukh Khan came off of DDLJ, which was like a massive blockbuster, and I think like this movie along with Dil To Pagale, like these two films like kind of like solidified his status.
Romance.
Yeah,
As
the
a romance hero,
definitely.
Yeah.
I think
I
this-
definitely agree with that.
Yeah, this definitely did that. And yeah, it's made him the icon that he is today, to be honest. I think this plays like, this is a very important film for Shah Rukh Khan.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I think Kajol as well, I think she was pretty good in this. I mean, I hate to be like, I don't like critiquing films that are like older than me. But she was really solid in it.
She was so good in it.
Yeah.
And she was good as the first half character, and she was good as the second half. She was equally good, and I felt like the second half Kajol is the best she's ever looked. She looked so pretty in the second half. I mean, I know some people, it's like a controversial thing that she became a baddie and then Rahul wanted her.
Yeah.
But I don't think Rahul ever, this is just a hot take, okay?
Okay, go for it, yeah.
I don't think Rahul ever saw her as a baddie, even in the second half
Yes.
or in the first half. Because I remember we were watching the movie and I was like, they've done so well capturing the platonicness of their relationship in the first half.
Yeah.
And I feel like even when he sees her for the second half, right?
Okay.
After so many years, they still have that banter. Their relationship doesn't change. It's still like a love-hate friendship kind of a relationship. It's like marrying your best friend type, right?
Yes, they definitely, okay, so yes and no, I agree with you in certain ways.
Okay.
But there are parts
Where
in
do
the
you
movie.
not agree with me? Let me know. Let me hear it.
So there are parts in the second half where you can definitely see that he finds her sexy when she
Of
does her.
course he finds her sexy. That is important because now he has that, he's not with anyone. So he can see that, right?
Definitely.
When I feel like a person can fall in love twice, right? Hum jeete ek din, what is that? What is the dialogue? हम एक बार जीते हैं, हम एक बार जीते हैं, एक बार मरते हैं और प्यार कभी कभी हो जाता है 2-3 बार, you know, if like you can fall in love more than once, right?
Yeah.
So I think in the second half he's seeing that side, but he still views her as the same because their relationship feels still the same. I think.
I feel like a lot of people have blown the movie out of proportion, to be honest, about it being, like he's a toxic male.
I don't think
And
he's
like,
toxic.
I've seen worse from other people. So
Definitely.
I mean, like,
I don't think Rahul is toxic because he was so loyal to Tina. They had such a beautiful life till she was alive.
Yeah, definitely.
You know?
So yeah, definitely highlights were, it was pretty crazy. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank right now. Let's move on to Rani Mukerji.
Oh yeah, the true baddie.
Honestly speaking, like, I think this is probably one of Rani Mukerji's first movies.
Yeah.
But I think she wiped the floor.
She did.
Yeah.
She was so good. Like, she understood the assignment.
Like, Shah Rukh Khan was amazing also. But I would say like a close, like second, if not the same level. Like Rani was definitely up there, and her role was not like huge, but it was very, very impactful.
Yeah.
It's iconic even till this day.
Yeah.
So
Tina has everything.
Tina crawled so Pooh could walk.
100%. And Tina is, I feel like, even as a character, right? She does go for Rahul, but I feel like she was such a girl's girl as well.
Yes.
To Anjali, and I feel like she tried her best to like not come in between, but she truly felt like Rahul does love her, and it would be stupid to let him go, right?
Definitely.
So I love Tina as a character. She's one of my favorite characters. Period. I feel like.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So now coming to our fourth character,
the love of my life, yes,
Salman Khan.
Mm-hmm.
So when this movie came out, I think a lot of people didn't know that Salman Khan was going to be in it.
Because he didn't find his Aman till the end.
Yeah, so apparently I will go into Bollywood Bytes, where we share like fun facts about this movie, but Saif Ali Khan was actually offered the role of Aman before Salman Khan.
Yeah.
I feel like that would have been a really good choice too.
Yeah. Either way, I think.
I think either way, yeah. But I think Salman Khan did a really good job. I think he was pretty solid in it. And he brings, he's just being Salman Khan.
Yeah.
Just his charm, you know?
Yeah, and it's effortless, and he's so charming in the movie, and he's so... I feel like he played his character so well. And even when he has this scene with Reema Laghu, who's Anjali's mother, where he's like, he knows she's not into him, right? He knows he's not stupid, and he like is asking her point blank, and he like starts off with a joke, and I felt like he did so well in that scene.
Yeah.
And I don't think people give him his his due.
Yeah, again, we'll go into this later, but all four of them won like a Filmfare award for, not that Filmfare is a, reveted award, but back then I think it was.
Yeah.
But all four, Shah Rukh Khan won Best Actor, Kajol won Best Actress, and
I feel like it's one of those wouldn't this be considered ensemble cast?
Yeah, this is an ensemble.
Yeah, I feel like everyone understood their assignment. Like,
definitely.
you feel like Aman is the greenest flag alive, assignment understood. Tina is the biggest baddie ever, assignment understood. Rahul is like a Casanova, then he falls in love, he straightens out, then he loses, he doesn't want to he's like a cute little guy, right? Rahul understands the assignment, and Kajol, like circumstances like change her, and she becomes, like she evolves, you can see her evolution. She understood the assignment and the supporting cast. Okay, I feel like did great. Yeah. I find very few like children characters to not overdo their role, but Anjali was not. I don't think I find her annoying.
Yeah, this is also I feel like a hot take. I feel like from what I've seen on discourse, people find Anjali extremely annoying.
Did you?
I did not find her annoying
She's
at all.
So good.
I thought the girl that played her was really good.
Sana Sayed.
Yeah, and she was. Yeah, she
was so good. She's the heart of this movie.
She's the core of the movie.
Yeah, the movie is around her, and I think she did a fabulous job.
And she was funny too. Like there were like parts where I'm like, okay, that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, and I think like that a type of role like Anjali is tough to not be annoying in, right? So I truly enjoyed her as well. Even Parida Jalal, even Anupam Kher, Archana Puran Singh, everyone understood the assignment in this movie. I felt like that little Sardar kid.
Yeah.
So cute.
So question for you. Did you feel the 3 hours watching this film?
Honestly, I am the wrong person to ask this question because I truly love this movie a lot, and my opinion will be biased. I didn't feel it.
I felt.
Yeah, because
definitely.
okay, so he watches movies in parts.
Yes.
Okay, he's the type of person. He's the type of person to watch like a little bit today, and then he'll be like, okay, I'm sleeping now, and then he'll watch a little bit tomorrow, and then a little bit day after tomorrow. How are you doing? I need to finish the movie like right now.
So I feel like as I've gotten older, my attention span has definitely like shortened.
Yeah.
So yeah, there are moments in the film, and it's actually interesting watching it this time.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like the college portion felt a little slow, and then the second half, like when they actually go to the camp and Salman Khan comes, like that was quick. And then again towards the end, it like slows down when they're when they're basically falling in love at the camp.
Yeah.
That also felt like very slow and dragged out.
Mm-hmm.
So there are moments where I felt like there's certain parts of the movie that maybe could have been shortened.
Like the whole where they are playing the dumb charas.
Yeah, that I felt like the whole scene, it didn't contribute to the overall love story. Yeah,
such a solid impression of Urmila Mathur.
Yeah, definitely. That was
but it could have been cut out. Yeah. I mean,
certain things. I mean, I don't like to like critique that, but like, yeah, I definitely felt 3 hours this time.
Yeah, I did not, honestly, because I truly enjoy this movie. It's one of my favorite movies, and I think like, even as we were discussing earlier, the songs, like his intro song being Sajan Ji Ghar Aaye, the whole like grandeur of the whole
That was
movie.
The best song of the film, to be
Oh
honest.
my god, I love that. We both love that song actually.
Definitely.
We visit his parents a lot in Pennsylvania. It's like a 5.5, 6 hour drive. And the playlist kind of, there'll be like few new songs here and there, but it's pretty much the same. And Sajan Ji Ghar Aaye is on that list.
Definitely.
We love that song.
It's a banger.
Yeah, it's a Kumar Sanu banger. Kumar Sanu and the Queen of 90s, Alka Yagnik banger. And I just know the whole song by heart, and I think he just looks so dreamy in this song. You just want to give him a hug. And as you can see, for the 7th time, the love of my life. How can I even not enjoy a minute of this movie? So, as I said, you're asking the wrong person.
Cool.
Yep.
Well, let's move on to our next segment. So this is Bollywood Bytes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to share some trivia. You tell me if you actually know this fact and be truthful.
Okay. What do
So
you mean be truthful?
if you don't know it, it's okay. You can say that.
I'm gonna say it. I'm very honest. I'm a very honest person.
Saif Ali Khan was offered the role of Aman Mehra. But Amir Khan was also offered the role.
Yeah.
But he turned down the role because he didn't want to be overshadowed by Shah Rukh Khan.
100%. I didn't know this, but I 100% think it's true.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
mean,
Amir Khan is definitely. Actually, never mind. I don't think I should say this.
But Ajay Devgan it says here Ajay Devgan was also offered this role.
So basically, he said this in an interview that I watched, that he offered it to all the big stars, but he never went to Salman because he was like, okay, he's not gonna say yes to this role. And then he was like, he still like did the narration with him, but he couldn't pay him what the asking price was. Then he saw him at a party and he looked really, really sad. And then Salman walked up to him and he's like, what happened? Everyone said no. Okay, fine, it's fine, I'll do it.
That's insane.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because he saw that he was super sad and he was like, and he knew that it's his debut film
Yeah.
and he wanted to help. Yeah. And that's why he did this role.
That's crazy.
See?
Interesting. You know more than me.
Yep.
Another fact which I found to be quite interesting.
No, I was saying see because look, see, my man's is a good man's, is what I'm trying to say.
I mean, we all know that. So Rani Mukerji has a husky voice, or people say that she has a husky voice. So
I'm on no high horse to be commenting on that.
So Karan Johar wanted Rani Mukerji's voice to be dubbed due to her husky voice.
Yeah, but did you not notice in some parts she does not sound like herself?
She doesn't sound like herself. They definitely did something.
Yeah.
I'm sure they did something.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it was her. It
voice.
was her. Yeah. Oh, this is very interesting. During the Neelam show, the scene just before Shah Rukh Khan speaks.
Yeah.
There's that guy that comes.
Farah Khan, na?
Yes.
We spotted her, remember?
Yeah, so that's Farah Khan. But did you know who the guy was?
No.
So the guy is director Nikhil Advani.
Oh.
Who's the director of Kal Ho Na Ho.
Oh my god.
So that's interesting.
That's
I'm like,
interesting.
damn.
That's interesting.
And then
The guy that goes like, I want to give this message to my girlfriend. कि मुझे फोन मत करना क्योंकि मुझे कोई और मिल गई है and it's Farah.
So funny. It's like you have to really see,
Oh god.
like really like zoom in and like notice.
Yeah.
And then obviously you know this, right? During the bike riding sequence,
Yeah, she
in the
fell
song,
down.
She fell.
She fell down.
And she actually lost consciousness.
Yeah, she lost
for like several
consciousness.
minutes.
Yeah. And they thought she was joking because she kept pranking them, but she had actually fallen, like, she was unconscious.
That's wild. Yeah, those are all the facts, basically.
Can I tell you a funny one?
Yeah, go for
So
it.
Karan came on, Karan and Farah came on the Kapil Sharma show, okay, and he shared a funny incident from Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum. Actually, wait, that's not, from Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, because Farah choreographed the songs.
Yes.
So she was like the choreographer for all the songs, and she...
It's just fireworks.
I thought someone was knocking. Okay, so he basically like at the end of the pack up, it was pack up time, and he turns around and Farah is wearing one of the outfits from the background dancers
Yeah.
in Sajan Ji Ghar Aaye.
Yeah.
And she had a wedding that she forgot about.
Okay.
So she just wore one of the background dancers' outfits. And Karan was like, what the hell? Why are you wearing that? And she's like, Arey, I forgot there's a wedding. Don't tell anyone.
Crazy.
And he comes on the Kapil Sharma show and tells the whole world.
That's okay.
And
It's a funny, I mean, it's like after 20 years, I'm sure.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. He said this, he shared it recently, and it's hilarious. Because that's so Farah coded.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, this film won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Filmfare Awards. Best Film,
Rightfully so.
Best Actor,
Rightfully so.
Best Actress,
Rightfully so.
Best Supporting Actor,
Rightfully so.
Best Supporting Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah, Salman.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Actress also, right?
Did I say actress?
Actress you didn't say.
Oh, then Best
You said
Supporting
actor,
Actress.
and then you said actra.
Yeah, Best Supporting Actress.
Rightfully so.
Best Director.
Rightfully, no, I don't know about, yes, rightfully so.
Best Screenplay.
But what were the other nominations?
Yes, I'm gonna come to that.
Oh yeah.
Best Art Direction.
Best screenplay. Because remember we were watching, we saw that scene where in the summer camp, Rahul holds a dupatta like this.
Yes.
And it transitions into the photo from the Sajanji,
Yes.
engagement day where Salman is holding her thing.
Yes.
It's such a good shot, you know?
So Best Screenplay, Best Art
Yes.
Direction.
Rightly
Best
so.
Comic Actor. He was nominated. Anupam Kher.
Okay.
Best Comic Actor was also Archana
Puran
Puran Singh. Sorry. And Johnny Lever was also
Nominated. Almeida.
dude. All three were nominated.
Yeah.
They didn't get it.
Yeah.
But this is interesting that it won 8 Filmfare Awards.
Yep. They pulled in Anora.
But
before Anora.
The nominees, if you look at the movies that were released that
Yeah.
year, there were some pretty good
Can
movies.
we hear them?
Yeah, so Satya was released the same year.
Oh my god.
And for me, I mean, if you ask me point blank,
Satya is better.
I like Satya better
Yeah,
as
Satya
a
is
film.
better. As a film. But then again, Aishan, see, this is where I don't think award functions really make sense, because how is there Satya and a Kuch Kuch Hota Hai in the same category? You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
it's a little
It's
odd.
so different.
Yeah,
It's so
very
different. You really
yeah.
can't compare the two at all.
Yeah, so this was the highest grossing film
Okay.
of 1998 in India. Yeah, Kuch Kuch Hota Hai grossed around 106 crores, which is huge.
Crazy for that time.
So, do you have any idea who number 2 is?
No, I don't.
Yeah, so number 2 is Soldier with Bobby Deol.
You're kidding.
Yeah,
What?
that was, but it was like by a giant distance.
Okay,
so
okay.
If Kuch Kuch Hota Hai was 106, this was at 38.
Oh,
so it's like
that's a huge
distance.
because 106 is insane for 90s.
Yes. And then what about number 3? It's a Kajol movie.
The one with Salman.
No, it's actually the one with her and Ajay Devgan.
Oh,
Pyar
Pyar
To
To
Hona
Hona Hi Tha.
Yep.
That movie has great songs too, by the way.
Yeah, I've never seen that film.
What?
Yeah.
It's a really good film.
Never seen
We
it.
should watch it together.
Maybe the next episode. And then number 4,
Satya.
Bade Miya Chote Miya. Yep.
I don't think
Crazy.
Satya made money. I take that submission back.
And then number 5 was Pyar Kiya To Darna Kya, which had Salman and Kajol.
Yes, I thought that one was at 4.
Number 6 was Dil Se. Number
Okay.
7 was Ghulam, which was with Rani Mukerji.
Yeah.
Number 8,
That's a good movie too.
great film.
Yeah.
Number 8 was Major Saab. Number 9 was Dulhe Raja with Govinda.
Govinda.
And then number 10 was China Gate with it's the remake of that Seven Samurai. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I have a question for you.
That's a good
So, did any of the characters feel more relatable now as an adult versus back when you were a kid?
That's so great, actually. I think all of them I felt like I'm related to more now because I feel like when you watch these movies as a kid,
Yeah.
you really don't get it. You only get like the surface level. But as you grow up and you go through your own experiences,
Yeah.
I feel like any movie you really watch, you can kind of understand as an adult better where they're coming from, you know?
Got it.
Right?
I feel like when I was younger, I didn't feel as much
For
Aman.
Aman.
And I
I
felt
mean,
more
yeah.
for him when I was like an adult. And primarily that is also because of the discourse online. But I definitely don't think of Rahul as a toxic character. I know many people do, and they may have their arguments for that.
How is he toxic?
Yeah, a lot of people think that like he fell in love with Kajol only because she was basically a second. You know what I mean, to Rani Mukerji, and so a lot of people feel, I don't feel that, but a lot of people do feel like that is a toxic male trait. So without getting into the politics of it, that's just how people feel.
Yeah. But I highly disagree with that because
Yeah.
I feel like, first of all, when it's movies, I think the moral, like looking at it so critically is not right. The point of movies is like escaping from your real world, right? That's why it's a movie and not real life. If I really want to see the realities of life, I will look at my own life. I don't need to pay for a ticket and go to the movies and then be reminded of bad things always, right? You want to see something refreshing. You want to see a happy ending. You want to escape, right?
Definitely.
And another thing is, I don't personally, and I think like, I also am very against this like setting the narrative thing on social media and having less tolerance. I feel like people are flawed, and just because when you're in love with somebody, you're not gonna think of anyone else. Right? They are your friend, they are your whatever. Maybe if Tina didn't come, Rahul and Anjali would have ended up together, but it would take a lot of time for them to get there because they were friends first. And don't forget that Anjali too didn't see him like that till somebody else told her that, oh, love is friendship.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? So I feel like where he was at his life at a given time, he's acted correctly accordingly. If he knew that Anjali was into him, maybe he would have done it in a different way. He didn't even know. She didn't even confess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's no way to know.
Interesting.
That's my take. What do you think about this?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I feel like, especially in Bollywood, there are like obviously, it kind of goes based on like how influenced you are.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you don't like, I feel like you should know. People have their thing in their head, right? When you watch a film like Animal.
Okay.
I'm just giving you an example.
Yeah.
Okay.
Deep. Loaded.
Okay, it's a little bit loaded. But like
Uh-huh.
when I watch Ranbir Kapoor playing that character,
Yeah.
I watch Shahid Kapoor playing Kabir Singh, right? Me knowing kind of like my values, like I don't look at them as like the hero of the film.
Yeah.
I sort of view them as the anti-hero. So definitely more of a gray character.
Gray.
But some people may view them as the hero of the film, and like what they're doing is great. So I think it's all like about perspective, and everyone has their own perspective on these things. So I mean, you just that's how films are supposed to make us feel, right?
Exactly.
We're supposed to develop our own perspective, and so it's interesting that this film has many perspectives across the board.
Yeah. It really is interesting.
Yeah. So, what is your favorite scene in this entire movie?
I have too many, bro. What's yours?
This is also like very insane. I actually genuinely liked, especially this time, I really liked the scenes with Salman Khan and Shah Rukh Khan.
Yeah. So
Like the
remember
telephone,
yeah.
a lot of people may not like that scene where the telephone thing was a little ridiculous. I actually thought it was really smartly done.
Yeah, it was really smartly done, and I think that even when they're not, it's such a unwanted scene, they have undeniable chemistry. They have so much chemistry together.
They
Shah
have
Rukh and Salman.
ridiculous chemistry.
Yeah,
together.
even when the little basketball late night chat scene.
That was the dumbest scene of the whole movie,
Yeah.
but they have great chemistry.
They have great chemistry, I think. I do love, for me, the scene where I cried is when he walks up to her and he's like, I think it's done really beautifully. Again, it might be biased opinion, but I think when he goes up to her, right, and he realizes that he knows by now. I think when Anjali holds his hand and cries, he already knows what's going on.
Yeah.
So him going all the way to the staircase and he's like walking with her, right? And when they cross the mandap, like where they are about to get married, and there's that realization, and he just like puts her in front like that. I think that's the scene is like really
that's a really good scene too. Actually, I would probably say that's my favorite scene as well.
I think it's done really nicely, and there are so many other scenes. I feel like the scene where Rani and Anupam Kher are having like a conversation where he's like telling her that, the whole college knows they're friends, and her hesitation is really shown beautifully to go ahead, and their relationship, she doesn't have a mother, but they're like so friendly with each other. So many scenes are like heart touching for me in this movie.
I felt like the film came full circle at the very end when Rani Mukerji is like not ghost, but like spirit.
Just the feeling that they
spirit comes and she gives like her daughter like the thumbs up.
Yeah.
Like I thought that made the film kind of come
just
in full
finish.
Full circle.
Yeah.
And it was really good.
Yeah.
So a lot of like iconic scenes here.
A lot of iconic scenes. I think even the scene where he goes to her room where she is, right? Where he's like looking for her.
Yeah.
And he does the I love you thing without saying it.
Yeah.
It just, I feel like it's such a magical scene with the green screening hard on us.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful. You know, even the scene where he's on the Neelam show.
Yes.
And she realizes
That's
that Anjali is.
That was really good.
Yeah, it's done beautifully.
Yeah.
I think.
All right, so coming to our last segment, why do you think this movie will still be remembered today?
What do you mean? Why?
Like, why? Like, maybe 20 years from now, right?
Yeah.
It's...
Because of King Khan, first of all.
Yeah.
I think he is last of the stars. I feel like Salman,
Definitely.
all these people. Like now, they don't make them like how they used to make them before, in my opinion at least. Like no one can hold a stardom. Like no star is gonna have like people come, like thousands of people come outside their house. Like Salman, Shah Rukh, all these people are the last, I think, in my eyes also. So it'll be remembered for him. It'll be remembered for, as I said in the beginning, right? This movie is what Hindi cinema kind of is. It's the essence, right?
So you
It's the
throw it
heart.
up there with like films like Sholay.
Kuch Kuch Hota Hai?
Kuch Kuch Hota Hai.
1000%.
Yeah.
Pyar Dosti Hai. So many iconic lines.
Yeah.
You know, so many iconic things. The outfits, you know, like it was the craze for Kuch Kuch Hota Hai was so insane. I had clothes. Oh, am I covering the mic? I had clothes that looked like, I had clothes that Kajol is wearing in the movie, that Tina is wearing. I had a shirt with like their like logo photo with the shirt in it. I showed you the photo, right? It's crazy.
And it's so funny is that you had the Kajol haircut.
Yeah.
My sister also had the Kajol haircut. Yeah.
My sister also had the Kajol
That's
haircut.
wild.
And the hair
I have the
look.
Kajol haircut right now. Right? No?
The bob part.
The bob part.
The bob part is there.
It's getting there.
Yeah. No, but I think the craze was something else, and I think, as I said, it truly stands the test of time.
Yeah.
There was not a there are some scenes that maybe in 2025 won't work.
Yeah.
But like,
if you know the true essence of Bollywood,
you're always gonna love it. It's my introduction to Bollywood movie. That's the movie I would pick. So,
definitely.
what is yours? Why do you think it'll?
Yeah, I think it's like you said. I think the star cast itself are incredibly iconic. The songs are incredible.
Yeah.
They are still listened to today. And I listen to them all the time.
All the time. Me too.
And I feel like less about nostalgia and more about it just being a fun watch.
100%.
You know? Like, I don't watch Sholay because I feel nostalgic. Obviously, it released like way before I was born, but I watch it because it's a genuinely good movie. And I feel that way about Kuch Kuch Hota Hai for sure. I think it's one of those films that majority of people love, and I think it's properly rated.
Yeah.
It's not overrated. It's not a film I find to be overrated.
Yeah, it's not at all. I agree.
This is the must meter segment. This is the last segment of our episode today. But if you could give the film 5 stars, well, how many stars? I don't even know how to ask this question.
What are you trying to say? Out of 5, how many stars?
Out of 5 stars, yeah. I think we're reaching the end of this episode, and my energy levels have dropped significantly.
Out of 5, how many stars? Are we doing this category wise, or how are we doing this?
We're doing this just like,
overall.
Let's just do this as just everything.
Overall. Out of 5?
Yes.
I'm gonna be very biased, I think. I think it's a 4.5 for me.
That's pretty. You can give a 5 if you want. It's okay.
No, it's
this is your all-time favorite film.
It is my all-time favorite film, but I will not shy away from the flaws of it. 100%. Like, there are so many scenes that I don't think I would have put in if, like, I was Kajol.
Got it.
You know what I mean? So, like, I watched it again and I honestly wanted to give it my honest I tried like not being biased, right? There are so many scenes, like there are iconic scenes like when Hum To Thehre Pardesi starts playing out of nowhere and all the students like
Oh,
start
that
playing.
was so
It's
good. That
hilarious.
was
And
actually, I
think,
forgot about that. That was really good. Actually.
yeah, and even when the scene where Shah Rukh is supposed to do "I love you," but
Yeah.
he's like you know,
Yeah,
like
he
it's
does
just
that,
too
yeah.
hilarious. Like there are iconic scenes, but I feel like there are so many scenes where, like when they're in college, I wouldn't have. I this time around, I was like, okay, we could have done without this. But at the end of the day, I would watch it over and over again. That's why it's a 4.5 out of 5.
5. Awesome.
How much would you give it?
I would give it a 4 out of 5. Yeah, which is pretty good for my rating.
Yeah, for him it's pretty good.
It's pretty good
because
yeah.
he's very, about it.
Yeah, 4 out of 5. It's not my like all-time favorite.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably, if I'm being frankly honest, not even in my top 10 90s Bollywood films.
Okay,
but
Sean, we heard you.
But I appreciate it. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
And it has all the right ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
So that's today's episode of the BoM Podcast. It's our first episode, and we're extremely excited to release this to you guys. Please let us know down below what you guys think of Kuch Kuch Hota Hai.
And how much you guys would give it out of 5.
Exactly, and what it means to you in general.
Yeah.
Rate, review us on
give us your
audio
honest
platforms.
feedback.
Yeah, you can follow us on Business of Must on TikTok and Instagram, as well as YouTube. You can also follow my personal page if you would like, Aishan Shetty on Instagram and Aishan Shetty on Letterboxd, which I do a couple of reviews as well. And Bhumi, would you like to plug anything?
Yeah, my personal Instagram, it's Bhumi Shetty with triple Y's. And what else? That's it. And that's it. As I said, please let us know your honest feedback. If you guys want to give us any about this podcast or any future ideas or any films you want us to review. Thank you so much for watching, and we can't wait to see you guys again.